Your heart is a sewer, and what comes out of your mouth is from the sewer line from your heart to your mouth. You are wicked in the eyes of God. You are nothing. The God that made you can unmake you and cast you into hell right this moment. But God has shown His mercy that you're still alive.
Oh, strike me down right now.
See, the Bible,
strike me down.
He's not going to do it. Because you know what?
see that's a demonstration of God's mercy. The Bible says God is a God who is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness.
What do you do to your wife?
I'm not angry.
She's not a virgin.
So, is it God's fault? Okay, so you believe. Okay, so you believe it. Do you believe in a standard? The Bible says we're born children of wrath. No, I'm giving you the answer. You don't want it. You don't want it. The Bible says we are born sinners.
He's right, you're wrong.
We are born sinners.
That's disgusting.
There's no truth apart from the Bible, sir. That's why he's going to walk away. Okay, he cannot stand.
What sin do you see in a newborn baby?
The Bible says we inherit sin. The Bible says we're in a state of sin. The Bible says our first parents, Adam and Eve, sinned, and we inherit that sin. In out of all of sin, but in Christ, all can have life.
Disgusting person.
That's the good news.
Your ideas are disgusting. Go home.
I love you, buddy.
Keep it in church.
I love you, buddy.
I hate you and your Bible.
I know you hate me, but I love you. But I love you.
Child.
Newborn baby. Is a newborn baby
You
evil?
have to teach a child
Yes.
evil.
Yes.
Disgusting person can say a newborn
You
baby
gotta
is
teach.
evil.
You gotta
You're
teach a child. Let me
disgusting.
ask you a question.
Disgusting. You
have
say a
to teach a
newborn
child.
baby is evil. That is disgusting.
You have to teach
You're
a child to be
moron.
good.
No, he is. A newborn baby.
If you leave a child on their own devices,
baby.
you gotta teach children.
Yeah, teach
I have
children.
children.
Great.
I have to teach my children.
Why do you teach children?
You was born without sin too, like your own way.
What's that?
We got out here and started sinning.
No. We were born with sin.
Know your Bible, because I was raised with it.
Ephesians 2:3, ma'am. I'm going to read the Bible. Of rejecting God. Okay? You'll be nothing but inconsistencies and absurdity.
You're a moron. You're an idiot.
And that's what happens. Because you can't know anything unless you start with God. You can't justify anything you claim to know unless you start with God.
Did God give you that?
Where does math come from?
Not your
Where do
God.
the theorems come from? Rock? Primordial soup? Nothing? Are you saying the universe came from nothing? Can anybody tell me what nothing means? Nothing means no thing. No thing cannot create anything ever, nor will it ever create anything.
What created your
God's
God?
eternal, and you know He exists. He has made Himself known to you, and you're condemned, my friend. You need the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Idiocy and stupidity and small bigotry.
So where did the universe come from? Tell everybody here. Where did the
Not
universe...
yet, but why can't
Okay,
you
so here we go.
God?
This man gives up knowledge. Again, this is what happens.
Absolute.
You don't know your captain and knowledge of this stupid ass God.
Yeah.
Are you saying the Bible's not true?
Yes.
It's a sick shit.
How do you know?
Just fucking read it.
Okay, so what is knowledge? Okay, what is knowledge? What is the definition of knowledge? You say you're making a knowledge claim. Okay, knowledge is justifiable true belief. Okay? So can you be wrong about everything you claim to know? Can you be wrong about everything you claim to know? So you're going to walk away because you don't know. That's what happens. You'll walk away because you can't stand on the truth. There you go. So you've given up knowledge. So what you just said is, what you just said does not matter. See, that's what happens when you don't start with God. You can't know anything for certain.
I think you need to read a few more books.
You can't know.
Before you get on their fucking
So again, is the Bible not true? Is the Bible not true?
Yeah.
The Bible's not true?
The Bible is just a book.
That's just a book. How do you know it's just a book? You already said you can't know anything. You've already given up knowledge. So how do you know?
You're putting words in
Okay.
his mouth.
So you're saying this man's making a knowledge claim that the Bible's not true because it's a book. Is that what you said?
You're making a knowledge claim the Bible is true. Yes, it is a book.
All books can be updated, changed. That's what we do. When we get our information, we change it. We change our what we.
Okay, so you're saying that this is not true because it's been changed.
No, I'm saying it hasn't been changed.
Okay. So this is not true because it hasn't been changed. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you can't know anything. I'm going to give you an example, okay? Okay, so I'm going to tell you how it's impossible to be an atheist. It's impossible to be an atheist. Okay, so how much knowledge do you have of the entire universe? 1 to 100%.
I don't know how you're quantifying. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, Einstein said he knows less than 1% of there is to know. So are you smarter than Einstein? I'm not. No, okay, so it's safe to say that you know less than 1% of all that there is to know. So the 99% of what you don't know can contradict the 1% of what you claim to know, that God doesn't exist. Is it impossible for God not to exist? Yes or no?
Your logic is flawed.
Is it impossible for God not to exist? Oh, is it possible? Okay. So it is possible. Okay. So here's what the Bible says. Okay. The Bible says that in God, all things live and move and have their being. The Bible says, Genesis 1:1, that in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Okay. Where did the universe come from? Okay. Do you have an answer? Here's how you can't know anything. Where did the universe come from?
Here's how you can't know anything. You read a stupid book.
Okay, so we're not sure, but we're working on it. So he doesn't have the answer. There's answer number 1. He does not have knowledge of where the universe came from because he denies God.
You have knowledge about
So where are you going when you die? Where are you going? Okay, here's another knowledge claim that he doesn't know. Here's a perfect example. But the reality of it is, my friend,
You don't know either.
you do know things. Because here's the thing, as I said earlier, it's impossible to be an atheist. It's impossible. Because as an atheist, you claim that you have infinite, all-knowing knowledge, that an infinite, all-knowing God does not exist. Okay, so then you're not an atheist. What does atheist mean? Theist, no God?
It means you don't believe in things
No,
like
but-
evidence, like magical deities, like sky fairies. You don't believe in that because it hasn't shown you.
I don't either. I don't believe in sky fairies. It's not in the Bible. See, the Bible says this in Romans 1, that you know that God exists. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I believe in the same God that you know. See, you and I know the same God. The only difference is I confess the truth of God, but you suppress the truth of God. Because God has made himself known unto you in such a way that you know he exists, you innately and instinctively know that God exists, because you cannot account for an absolute standard of morality, you cannot account for the laws of logic, you cannot account for love, morality, unless you need forgiveness.
yourself.
It doesn't say that. 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 Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Okay, are you a born-again Christian? Okay, see, so here's the thing. No, I'm better off. I'm better off. See, here's the thing. You don't understand what it's saying. See, you can't understand the things of God. Because the Bible says your mind, the natural mind of man, the unconverted mind, your mind is in enmity with God. You cannot discern the things of God. I'm not here to go over. Is this the word of God?
No.
Is this? Oh, if. See, here's the thing. There's no untruths in the Bible. There's no contradiction. The problem lies is the Bible contradicts the sin in your life.
Why don't you read the verse?
I can read it, but you don't understand the
Oh,
context. It talks about not praying hypocritically. It talks about not praying to the open, to act like you're some religious guy. Praying to pray. That's what it means. Did you hear what I said? 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 No, that's a perfect example. Your mind is in enmity with God. It talks about hypocritical praying so that you can act like you're a religious man praying so all these other people can see you as some religious person. I'm obeying the command of God, of Jesus Christ, to go into the world and preach the gospel. The gospel that you hate is the gospel that can save your
I think
soul.
the Bible has great things to say about humanity and how people believe, but it also has a lot of things that are wrong.
Give me an example. Give me an
Leviticus
example.
is full of shit. It says you should stone your daughter if she gets raped.
I got one.
Doesn't say that. Doesn't say that.
Just read it. You have
Doesn't
it
say
in
that.
your hand.
What's that? Do I believe the homosexuality as a sin? God defines fornication as a sin. All sexual immorality is a sin in the eyes of God. No, this is for preachers.
Have you masturbated?
What's the matter?
Have you masturbated?
I'm a sinner who has a great Savior.
You know what? Your God can suck my dick, and he'll love it too.
Well, you're going to find out someday, sir. It's not going to be the case. It's not going to be the case.
No, we won't.